Is out for the arrest of a Toledo woman accused of breaking into a man's home, then cutting one of his testicles.
Buckle up. This one's wild, disturbing, and has everybody talking. A woman is wanted in Ohio, accused of breaking into a man's home, cutting open his scrotum, exposing his testicle, and sending him to the hospital. Yeah, you heard the clip, and you heard me. Stay with me. What's up, family? Welcome back to Inside a Scoop. Here we dig into the stories others whisper about. We talk real, we talk pain, and we talk consequences. Before we roll, do me a favor, hit the subscribe, hit the like, share this video, and drop your city and state in the comments because I want to know how close stories like this feel to where you live. Let's get into it. So listen, I don't know how to ease y'all into this. This story right here is straight out of a nightmare or a totalitarian plot gone way left. A woman in Toledo, Ohio, is accused of breaking into a man's house and she cut open his scrotum. She allegedly sliced him open, leaving one of his testicles hanging out. Now, when I first saw the headline, I said, hold up, what could somebody possibly do to make you that mad? Was it revenge? Jealousy? Was he cheating? Was it a mental breakdown? Or just pure evil? Like, this says a whole lot about how dangerous some relationships can get. All right, let's get back into the news clips.
Toledo police looking for Jeanita Hopings. We're going to show you a picture from 2012 of Hopings. Police believe the 45-year-old woman went to the home of someone she knows yesterday, kicked open the door. The guy living there told police he heard someone breaking in, so he ran down the stairs, but he didn't have any clothes on. That's when Hopings allegedly attacked him, cutting one of his testicles. He had to go to the hospital for treatment. Hopings is charged with felonious assault and aggravated burglary.
All right, so let's get into the facts. According to the police and the court records, this lady is 45 years old. As you just heard her name, Jeanita Hopings. She is again from Toledo, Ohio. She broke into this man's home. It was around October 8th or 10th, between that time. Now, this wasn't a stranger. Reports said she knew the man. She kicked in the door, got into an argument with him, and somehow things went from heated words to full-on horror. Police say she used a sharp object, possibly a knife.
Yes, that would be knife.
Either way, she used something sharp to cut open his scrotum, exposing one of his testicles. The man said he was sleeping naked. When she broke in, by the time he got up, she attacked him. Now let's pause right there because if that's true, that means that this wasn't a spur of the moment fight. She came in ready to do damage. The man was rushed to the hospital, treated, and he's recovering. Meanwhile, Jeanita was charged with felonious assault and aggravated burglary. A warrant was issued, and when she finally turned herself in, the judge released her on electronic monitor. No bond, just an ankle monitor, and no contact order. Yeah, she's at home right now, free, pending trial. Okay, real question. Do y'all think she should have been released on an ankle monitor after something like that? If the roles were reversed, a man cut open a woman's private, would he be walking free right now? Be honest. I want to hear your thoughts below. And let's talk about the injury for a second, because the reports say that the wound was so bad that one testicle was actually visible. and the doctor said it was a serious medical trauma that required immediate surgery. Now, look, that's not something you come back from overnight. That's physical pain, psychological trauma, embarrassment, all of it. And even though it's hard to feel sympathy when you don't know the full backstory, let's keep it real. Nobody deserves that. Cutting somebody like that is next level violent. What do you not think pushes people to that point? Is it bottled up rage, emotional trauma, cheating? Like, how mad do you have to be to grab a sharp object, any sharp object, and go for that? Talk to me in the comments. I'm trying to understand. Now, so far, police have released an official motive. No domestic violence reports, no restraining orders, no plea history um, between them. But you know how folks online get. Soon as the headlines dropped, the internet started theories. Some said it had to be cheating, that she caught him messing around and she snapped. Now, that very well could have been the case. Now, some said that it sounded like she was mentally unstable, or maybe there was a long history of abuse that boiled over. Now, that could be the case too, but right now, nobody knows for sure. But here's what's the interesting thing. Women committing this type of assault, especially targeting a man's private parts, usually do it to humiliate. It's personal. It's not about robbery or revenge. It's about control, pain, and making a statement. Let's be real. In a lot of these cases, it's not about love or hate. It's about losing your grip on reality. There are other similar cases, too, that I'll speak on. The 1993 Lorena Bobbitt, the 2011 Catherine Q. They are similar, but yet they are different at the same time. Have y'all ever known someone who stayed in a toxic relationship way too long until something crazy happened? I mean, what's the wildest breakup or revenge story you've ever heard? Y'all can keep it anonymous. I just know y'all got stories. But anyway, here's my honest take. This story isn't just about one crazy crime. It's a warning, because behind every viral headline, there's usually a buildup, red flags, anger issues, jealousy, trauma, and nobody addresses it until somebody gets hurt. We always talk about protecting women from violent men, and rightfully so, but men can be victims too. Domestic violence goes both ways. And this was reversed, and a man broke into a woman's house and mutilated her. We call it what it is, attempted unaliving, and he should be treated the same way here. I'm not saying she's guilty. That's for a court to decide. But I'm saying this. If somebody shows you rage, obsession, or violent tendencies, that's your cue to run, not reason. Let's be real. How many of y'all have ignored red flags in a relationship before? When someone starts showing signs of anger or jealousy, do you try to fix them or do you walk away? Be honest, because too many people think love can change somebody, and stories like this prove it usually cannot. Remember, help is always available. Here is the National Domestic Violence Hotline. You can call this 800 number, or you can text the number, or you can chat in or go to the official website. They are available 24 hours a day in languages of English, Spanish, plus 200 more through interpretation services. So it's no excuses. You guys get the help that you need, or the help that you or your loved one may need. The help is available. So yeah, this Ohio story is wild, sad, and honestly just a reminder of how fast love can turn into hate. The court dates coming up. I think there should be more. I know there was a recent one out October 16th, but I will check into updates of that. In the meantime, make sure y'all hit the like button, share this with your group chats, because somebody needs to hear it. And drop your thoughts below. Should she have gotten bail? Should this be level domestic terrorism? Or is this one of those situations where everybody's crazy and nobody wins? Until next time, family, stay smart, stay safe, and please, if love ever has you picking up a sharp object, it's not love. It's time to leave.